Hey guys, welcome to the first installment of a new Let's Play series featuring one of my all-time favorite games, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Shadow of Chernobyl. If you're not familiar with the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. franchise, it's a series of first-person horror/survival games that uses the nuclear disaster at the Chernobyl nuclear plant in Ukraine as a backdrop. In the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. universe, to the best of my recollection anyway, there was a second nuclear event at the Chernobyl plant that caused all sorts of strange events, including the emergence of horribly mutated creatures, otherworldly objects referred to in the game as artifacts, which hold unique powers, and a series of really strange psychic-related events. Shadow of Chernobyl is set in the year 2012 in an area of Ukraine called the Zone, or as we refer to it in our world as the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. The zone is generally occupied by the military, roving gangs of bandits, hunters, and explorers who are generally referred to as stalkers. The main reason for stalkers to enter the zone is to track down and collect the strange artifacts that the zone produces, which can fetch a high price to the right buyer. There are 3 games in the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. series, with Shadow of Chernobyl being the first. It was released in 2007. A second game, which is actually a prequel to Shadow of Chernobyl, called S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Clear Sky, was released in 2008. And the third game, the actual sequel to Shadow of Chernobyl called S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Call of Pripyat, was released in 2010. I've played both Shadow of Chernobyl and Call of Pripyat one time each, way back in 2010 when I purchased them both for the princely sum of $9.99 US during the Steam summer sale. Now looking back at my Steam purchase history, buying and playing the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. games actually predates my entry into the Fallout series. I bought my first Fallout game, Fallout New Vegas, in December of 2011. And if you've been around the channel for a while or used any of my Fallout 4 mods, you pretty much know that the Bethesda-produced Fallout games have been more or less all I've been playing for the past several years. But the truth is, it was the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. series that was my gateway drug to Fallout. Not having played a S.T.A.L.K.E.R. game since 2010, I'm really excited to be doing this Let's Play series and introducing you to the game that I can fully blame on me becoming a Fallout fan. Now, it should come as no surprise that there are mods for the S.T.A.L.K.E.R. games. I will be using one mod known as the Zone Reclamation Project, or ZRP, which in many ways is similar to the community-made unofficial patches for the various Bethesda games. At its core, ZRP is a collection of bug fixes. Shadow of Chernobyl was a bug-ridden mess when it was first released. ZRP fixes many of those bugs while providing options for some much-needed quality-of-life tweaks and additions. Nothing about ZRP changes the core game or makes it vary drastically from the vanilla experience. For the bug fixes and a few quality-of-life additions that I feel are essential, I'll be using ZRP as the only mod for this playthrough. Now, I'll go over some of those tweaks and additions once we get into the game, but for now, let's get started in getting the game set up. Alright, here we are in the main menu of Shadow of Chernobyl. I have all the options set already. I have all the graphics set up to maximum, all the lighting set to maximum. I've had to go into my NVIDIA control panel and set up the anti-aliasing because by default the game basically has none. So for the game level, we're going to start off at Master. Everything I remember in a little bit of research I've done to kind of reacclimate myself to the way the game works. There's a little bit of disagreement on whether Master is the best level to start out at. Because you basically start the game with a really shitty weapon and shitty ammo that essentially does no damage. So if you start anything other than Master, everyone that you go up against is basically going to be a bullet sponge. Master, the damage you deal and the damage you receive is pretty much equal. Again, this is from going from memory, not having played since 2010, and what I've been able to find on the internets. Game controls are pretty much all set, so it's going to take me a little bit of getting used to what they are, because I was getting things set up to make sure the game was working properly. To go into the equivalent of the Pip-Boy, I kept hitting the tab key, because that's my Pip-Boy key in every Fallout game I play. But for this game, it's actually the flashlight, so I might go and change that and change the PDA, which is basically your Pip-Boy, swap those around, but we'll see. So everything's pretty much set. The graphics are cranked up to max, like I said. So let's jump in and get our game started. So here we go, off to the zone.
This one seems to be alive. What a lucky guy. At least death would have saved him from the dreams. Let's go and see what value Sidorovich will put on your head.
What have you got?
A body. It came from the death truck. It's got the mark.
Well, you know the drill. Leave him on
This is a live one.
Bullshit! You are lying!
Let the zone take me if I am.
Put it here! I think, for this one, I can give you... So, marked one, I saved you, and I'm not going to pretend I did it to win favors upstairs. You do some jobs for me, and we're even. Besides, keeping you busy might be a good way to deal with your amnesia. And I'll see what I can find out about your problem. I don't give a shit why you want to find this S.T.A.L.K.E.R guy. I mind my own business. If you want to kill him, well, you must have your reasons. What are you standing there for? Come closer.
Okay.
I don't bite.
I'm as close as I can go. So, essentially, we've woken up in this bunker with a complete case of amnesia. We have no idea who we are, why we're here, how we got here. And this traitor Sidrovich is the first person we encounter. He's essentially going to be more or less our quest giver for the first part of the game. So let's talk to Sidrovich and see what he's got to say.
The choice is yours. Either I brainwash you like I usually do with all the rookies, or I treat you like a real stalker and I give you a mission straight away.
Let's see. So I like the interface. It's very reminiscent from the old Fallout 1, Fallout 2 dialogue interfaces. Well, since I don't really remember how to play the game very much, treat me like a rookie because I don't remember crap.
This is your personal PDA. This useful device will help you survive in the zone. And if you do die, others will know where and how. Just kidding. Here, let me remind you how to use it. Your tasks can be found in the first section of the PDA. Most tasks have buttons which allow you to access additional information on the task. Remember, each new task is automatically shown on your minimap. Moving on. The second section on the PDA is the map. Buttons above the map allow you to zoom in and out. You can also center the map on yourself, and what else? I'm sure you'll work it out. It's not very complicated. The PDA also has a contact section. The contact section contains a list of stalkers within 50 meters of you. You can see a brief description, rank, group allegiance, and probable attitude towards you here. Remember that while you're neutral, the way other stalkers feel towards you depends on you alone. Note how someone's attitude towards you changes when you help them. Be careful if enemies are around. They're marked red on the visor. Friends are green and neutrals are yellow. Oh, and PDAs of dead stalkers are gray. Helps if you're into looting corpses. What else? Oh yeah, there's a diary too. Well, what is there to say about it? All the information you need is noted in your journal. And news too. Even what I am telling you right now can be found in this section. Then there's a rating section. You can see the top 20 stalkers I know. I refresh this info from time to time to keep up the competitive spirit. Maybe you'll be at the top of this list someday. Who knows? Your own achievements are noted in the stats section. It's pretty much self-explanatory. And then we have the encyclopedia. It contains information about the zone and survival advice which you find or are given by other stalkers. That's basically it, I think. Oh, one more thing. Your PDA model has a wide-frequency radio wave scanner with an inbuilt decoder. Its radius of operation is about 400 meters, so you can even intercept military comms. Mine has a working radius of 30 kilometers, so I can always get in touch with you. I'll give you the tasks and the latest news. Initially, I'll give you advice, too. So, is everything clear, or should I repeat?
Well, I'd like to know how you said all that without your mouth moving. You'll have to teach me that trick someday. Take a quick look around here. There really not much for us to start right now. The door is locked. We have to get an initial quest from him before we can leave. Kind of like the Fallout games, there's a lot of containers to go. Open, close, try and loot. These blue boxes are pretty much the only safe storage in the game. And these are, from what I remember, they're kind of all over the place. There's nothing in this one. But if you can leave stuff out in the middle of the world someplace, you want to leave it in one of these blue boxes. And then you can go back and get it, because those do not respawn, and I'm pretty sure everything else does. So let's talk to Sidrovich and see about getting our first quest. Oh, oops, yeah, I just went to... what did I just say? I hit the tab key for the, that's the flashlight. I'm going to change that, but we'll do it next time around. The PDA here, which is basically what it's going to be our Pip-Boy. We have one task in here, and this is more or less the main quest of the game, to find S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Thing is, we don't know who S.T.A.L.K.E. is or why we want to kill him. We just woke up with that in our PDA here. Came into the den of some dude, can't remember anything, just have a PDA on me with a picture, and just have a PDA on me with a picture of some other dude. There's just one message in the PDA, kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R. So that's it. That's all we know right now. So let's talk to Sidrovich and see what we can do to get started here.
Got a job for you, Marked One. I want you to find a stalker called Nimble. He was carrying some very important information. He disappeared somewhere near the bridge. Find him. Dead or alive, I don't care. I need the flash drive with the info. Visit Wolfe from the local camp and ask him. He certainly knows where that guy can be.
Okay, yeah, we're referred to as the Marked One because we don't have a name. Nobody knows our name, but we have some sort of mark on our body, which is actually that stalker tattoo that you saw in the opening sequence there. Alright, Sidra, go on. Okay, that's all for now. Bring me the flash drive and we'll consider the fact that you've partially paid me for saving you. So we have to go and find this guy named Nimble. But first we have to talk to Wolfe. And you can trade with him. If you open up the trade menu here. These are all the things that he has for sale, but right now we only have 40 rubles. And this med kit is actually 300, so we don't even have enough to buy that. We have enough to buy one bandage. That's pretty much it. So...
Did I not make myself clear? I need real stuff.
Okay. We are going to... Now we can leave. And venture on out into the world.
Good hunting, Stalker.
And the only item in our inventory, really, is binoculars. Well, we'll do this little tutorial first. You can hit... it's basically going over the controls that you have set. Crouching and stealth are very important in this game. Kind of go over the controls here from the way I remember them. The top left is your mini-map. That gold number, where it says 8 right now, that is how many people are in range of your map. So if we move closer, we probably should get a couple more, maybe? Maybe not. But that's what that is. Little soldier icon in the lower left-hand corner. That is your stance. So right now I'm partially crouched. Let's see. Now I'm fully crouched. And you can actually stay crouched and sneak. You see, as I'm moving away from those guys, I just dropped down to 7. Let's see Let's stand up again here. It's going to take me a little getting used to this. Now, as I run, you see that little magenta bar goes up. That's how much noise you make when you move. So the actual noise you make is kind of a thing. Enemies will detect you if you make too much noise. Like if you go... Just by going through bushes, you'll actually make noise. I think the light bulb icon is your visibility, but it's not actually going off here, maybe because this is a friendly camp. This is kind of like the training camp here. Almost like the little tutorial area for the game. Alright, let's go talk this guy over here waving. Let's go talk to him. And then we'll go over some of the other stuff in a little bit here. So this is Wolfe, and this is the guy that Sidra sent us to talk to. He says, "Hi, why are you here? I need to see Nimble. Would you know where I could find him?" Let's see. Nimble got a raw deal. His group was attacked by some bandits a little ways from here. All he could do was send me an SOS message. It looked like his pals went under. My guys told me these bastards are now at the old car park, the one across the road. There's not a whole lot of voice dialogue in this, so you're going to have to put up with me kind of doing all the reading here. So, let's see. You don't rescue your own people from prison? Not what I would call friendly, or is it that you're just too weak to do it? He didn't like that much. I'd bop you one, but what's the use? It's not that simple. I've got too few people, and even those I got are mostly rookies. I can't take that risk. If we lose this camp, things will get even worse for all the stalkers out there. And what about yourself? If you aren't too scared, I won't let my pride make me say no to a helping hand. So, will you help me deal with these thugs? Think I could do it alone? Nah, you don't stand a chance on your own. My scouts are good soldiers, and right now they're right behind those freaks. Together you can make a run for it. What do you think? You got the guts? I could help you with a gun. Sure, I'll try. Okay.
Guys, I'm sending someone your way, so wing it. You may attack if necessary. Over.
All right, Wolf, send him in. As long as he stays out of the way. Out.
Okay. So, Wolfe just gave us our first bit of weaponry. This crappy PMM pistol, which is shooting these 9mm rounds. And every weapon in the game has accuracy, handling, damage, rate of fire info. And you can see the damage on this is pretty pathetic. The other item in our inventory is this sleeping bag. This is one of the quality of life things that's added by the ZRP mod that I'm using, the Zone Reclamation Project. By default, the game has no sleep or waiting mechanic, like you would have in a Fallout game. So, the downside of that is, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and it gets pitch black, dark night, at this level of the game, you don't want that. If you run into one of the creatures that are called a bloodsucker, you're basically dead. From what I remember, early game, you don't want to be out at night, so that's where the sleeping bag comes in. It kind of serves as a waiting mechanic. Let's see. So right now, I've got a knife, and I've got a pistol. Now, if you're around other people, they do not like... Yeah, see, we just had the little memo pop up. If you go up to a guy and stick a weapon in his face, he's not going to like that. There is a reputation system. Oh, I think that's an energy drink, yeah. There's sort of a reputation in this game, as Sidrovich was alluding to. So you really don't want to piss people off. Let's see if we can just get a little information from these guys here. This is Boira Commodore. Let's see, our boss here wanted to see you, but that doesn't make you a welcome guest. Keep moving. Well, can you tell me something interesting? Well, I'm not really up to date on the latest news. Okay, and you can trade with these guys, but generally they don't have a whole lot. Alright, see you. Some guys might have more, some guys might have information, most of them don't, but he's too interested in playing his guitar, so we'll just go explore a little bit. Now here's one of those blue boxes I mentioned. There's nothing in it right now. But this is a good place to kind of go and explore and kind of get your bearings on the mechanics for the game. Like, there are ladders, which is a really cool thing. So you can come up here, and I don't remember if there's actually anything up here or not. Whoop, no. Yeah, and then you do get falling damage too. So you want to be careful with that. Oh, so let's check the PDA here. So we talked to Wolfe. We accomplished that. Now we have to go meet Wolfe's people, which... Can I zoom out here? Yeah. So we have to go. We are actually here. It's not that far away. Kind of look around the camp a little bit. We might want to try and find some supplies before we venture out. Now see, even though there's beds here, you can't sleep on them. That's why I wanted the sleeping bag. If we go up this ladder here, kind of crouch to get in here. Now, this is probably going to bring back some memories for you guys who played like Half-Life 2. But these crates here, if you hit them with your knife, you can break them and get loot. Now, let's go... Whoops, that's the Pip-Boy, yeah. That's the PDA. Go check my inventory here. I just got this Cossack's vodka and another energy drink. There is a food mechanic in the game, so you will get hungry. You will need to eat. There's also weapon degradation. You can see right here there's a condition for this. I believe armor has condition too. Yep. And right now I'm just wearing this leather jacket, which is pretty crappy. It's a common jacket of hardened leather used by rookie stalkers. It does almost nothing to protect its wearer from bullets, anomalies, and other zone dangers, so it's pretty useless. There's no repair mechanic by default, so as your weapon and equipment degrade, your only real solution is to replace it. Which is why when you loot a body or a crate or something, if I were to find like 5 more of these pistols, I'd want to hang on to them, so when this one got to a point where I couldn't use it anymore because they will jam if the damage is too high, you're kind of stuck. You have to ditch it and use another one. One of the things that ZRP adds is the option to have certain traders repair your gear. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Of course, you have to pay them, but I think that's a wonderful thing because it's a quality of life mechanic. It doesn't really change anything in the game, kind of like the sleeping bag. The Cossacks vodka, made by the GSC company, goes down easily and significantly reduces the effects of radiation, but for obvious reasons, it should be enjoyed in moderation. And everything has its stats over here as far as to what it actually, no, I'm sorry, not that. This is the armor I'm wearing. Yeah, still getting used to that stuff. All right, so there are breakable boxes, and one. Let's see if I can do this here. Oh no, just want to show you guys one little thing. No. One more time. Get up on this roof, and you can sprint. There we go. Sprint. If you come over here, you can't get to this attic part otherwise, but this crate here, you got to maneuver yourself. There's something in there. There's actually a higher level piece of armor that if you want, it's probably a little cheaty. It's a pretty decent piece of armor, but if you want to start off with something a little better than basically the paper sack that you're wearing, that's there. You just have to kind of jump up to the roof and get it. Let's just go explore these buildings a little bit. There's not a whole lot in them, but I do remember, yes, we have, and some of this stuff, it's kind of very finicky. Like, yeah, so let's get this. There's some shotgun shells. Yeah, buckshot shells for a shotgun. Nothing in here. Alrighty then, so let's head over to the next house. I don't think there's a whole lot in these houses, but it might be worth looking at this stuff. And this guy that you hear on the loudspeaker, just saying he's having a crappy day. There's a military checkpoint down the road. It kind of marks the edge of the map. And you do not want to go near the military guys. It's basically the army. They're hostile. They will shoot you if you get too close to them. So, yeah, so that's a thing. Oh yeah, you can swing with that. How do I get back to my binoculars? Yes. All right, let's go over the binoculars real quick. So if you use the binoculars, you can zoom in and out. I have it set for my scroll wheel. That will help you ID any people that you see. Like, I think that he's mostly neutral. If we were to run down the road here, kind of give you guys a glimpse of where that army camp is. Get used to the really weird ambient noises, too. They're all part of the game. See how there's red? See how these guys turn red? That's the army. Hopefully they'll turn around and go back the other way. We don't want to come in over to our camp. But you go down there, they will shoot you to death. So I'm hoping that they'll turn around and go back to their camp. You can see their camp down there. One thing that I'm going to need to mention to you guys, and I don't know why it's doing it. Every so often the screen will just turn black. And I don't know why that is. See, if you have a weapon drawn, he'll draw his weapon until you put it away. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. Oh, I was saying that the screen will turn black for some reason. It lasts like it just lasts for a second. And I don't know why it's doing that. I suspect it's driver issues, something to do with the game being so old. So, just want to mention it. There's really nothing I can do about it. It's just the way it is. So, we got this awesome little area down here, which beds we can't sleep in. But, there should be... Oh, no, yeah, there's some food here. So, we have another energy drink and some bread. I want to say... Oh, yeah, there's a crate. And this we just picked up is called a Tourist Delight. And the Tourist Delight is canned food from an army warehouse raided by stalkers. The best before period hasn't expired yet. So essentially, it's a form of sea ration. So, I think that's pretty much it for our little starter camp here. I think it's probably time for us to venture out on our first mission. Did we? I'm pretty sure we went in that house here. I don't know that we went in these other ones. Let's just run down to this other house here. Don't believe we went into this one on the end here. Looks like there's an actual fire or something in there. Yeah, we did not come in here because there's a crate that we didn't destroy. Alright, we have our first aid kit. Alright, I'm gonna go switch this right now. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Let's see. Let's change... Where are we here? We are gonna change the PDA to the tab key. And I'm going to change the flashlight to F. Okay, so now we have F for the flashlight, M for the map. Alright, that's much better. And to give you guys a little opportunity to see what the flashlight looks like. I may end up going and tweak some of the... Oh, yeah, there's some vodka in there. A lot of these little doors and things, it helps to look in everything because there's stuff stashed everywhere. This is an open world game. Oops, let's put our knife away. This is an open world game. There's different zones on the map. Let's yeah, so pretty much all these different areas are different load zones, but within the load zones, it's pretty much an open world experience. So you can go pretty much anywhere, do what you want, explore, see the nice rusted old Soviet era cars. I think that was a Lada. Yeah, and there goes the screen again. I'm just going to ignore it. If you guys ignore it, maybe I can edit that out so it's not noticeable when the video gets uploaded. We'll see how that works out. It's 9:33 in the morning. The army guys seem to have not come this way. Let's get our shitty little pistol out with our 40 rounds of ammo. And I am gonna be saving the game because I don't know how stable things actually are, to be honest. And having been such a long time since I've played, I don't want to make progress and die and then have to go back and restart it because that would not make me happy. It would turn into making the videos much more of a chore. Now here's somebody. Yeah, this guy's yelling, screaming for help, I think. There goes this nice little Mi-24.
Там придурок какой-то разрушается. Шумнём? Отставить. Если на мелочь безопасность. Ну пусть живет.
Now we can, in some cases, you can pick up the military radio frequencies, and from what I understand, the translation of what their communication was more or less saying, yeah, there's this guy on the ground, should we take him out? Like, nah, don't waste your time on him, he's a piece of garbage, or something along those lines. Alright, so we have a dead corpse here. Let's loot this med kit first. You can drag... he doesn't have anything. I didn't mean to actually do that. Let's see, Shift and E. So you can drag bodies. And I think... I might be wrong about this. Yeah, I actually have to let it go. I'm pretty sure that if you kill a guard or something and you leave the body there, the other guards will find it and react to it. I might be wrong about that, but I think that's the purpose of the drag body mechanic, so you can actually hide the bodies. Alright, let's talk to Loner here.
Help me, brother. Take the med kit off the stiff. I can't reach it.
Oh damn, the pain is too much. I'm dying. You alive?
Help me, brother. Take the med kit off the stiff. I can't crawl that far.
I'm okay. Bleeding all over though. Give me a med kit, will ya?
Help me, brother. Take the med kit off the stiff. I can't reach it.
Alright, here you go.
Thank you, Marked One. You're okay, you know that? I'll be sure to tell everyone at the camp that you helped me out.
Alright, so basically that's the karma system in the game. There's actually a bit of a karma system, so if you help other people, your reputation spreads. So he's going to go back to the camp and tell everybody what a great person we are. Let's see if we can get any dialogue out of him. Let's see. Thanks, friend. A little longer and I'd owe you one. What the hell happened? We were coming back from a scouting raid, came across some gangsters. They just shot us. One of our guys got killed right there. They grabbed Nimble because he started shouting about knowing where to find a cache full of artifacts. I played dead and that saved my ass. I need to see Nimble. I'm going after him. Want to keep me company? Oh man, right now I'm as good a fighter as a pair of old socks. I gotta get some of my strength back and return to camp. I'll let people know how much you helped me. Thanks again. Alright, you do that. Get well. Can you tell me something interesting? Oh, I guess I missed the opportunity to read that there, because now he won't talk to me anymore. Alrighty. Now, this disturbance here is an anomaly. You don't want to walk into those because they will kill you. They're usually hiding artifacts, or artifacts are near them. I can't remember which, but I'm pretty sure the artifacts can be found inside the anomalies. And I'm supposed to have... I've got to actually... I don't think I have any bolts. And I've got to figure out how to get bolts. You can throw a bolt. Bolt is exactly just a hunk of metal that you can throw. The anomalies will react to them, because a lot of times you can't really see where they are. And I thought I had to get some in my inventory. Alright, we have some crates in here. And they don't always have loot, so sometimes you strike out. Now this stuff is this thing's usually a first aid kit. Yep, we got mother load there. We got a bunch of stuff. We got looks like a silenced pistol. Nothing in that one. And nothing in that. So we now have a silenced PB-1S, which is just as shitty as the weapon that we started off with, but it is silenced, and there are different ammo types too, which I can't remember. Okay, FMJ is going to be full metal jacket. Okay, these are the different types of ammunition that you can use, and I can't remember exactly how to switch ammo. I'll have to go back and look at my controls for that. The P plus, or the plus P plus, I think it's like overcompressed or something. It does more damage, but it also, it's something about the shells compress and comes out of the barrel faster. I don't really remember. Short of it is, it does more damage, but it also causes your weapon to degrade more quickly, if I am not completely senile about that. And if you don't need to leave your flashlight on, you don't want to, because it will attract attention. We have one of our wonderful Soviet-era vehicles here. I believe this is a UAZ 452 van. No, I can't remember. I just gotta remember which of these buttons gets me into sneak mode. And there's another energy drink. So here's a UAZ 469. Pretty sure that's what that is. Oh. Please don't. Oh, great. Alright, at least I was able to pick up the ammo. And pretty much... Oh. We have a dog over here. And it has nothing. Alright, so looks like I'm pretty sure this is going to be... This is who we need to go and talk to. This is Wolfe's man in the field here.